just on my drive home, and the main purpose of this channel, besides just recording so I can look back after, you know, accomplishing some milestones and just looking back of, you know, kind of the history of what I was going through and everything. But the main impactful reason of doing these videos is for Augusta franchisees or anybody in the beginning phases or just in lawn care in general that is, you know, having difficulty trying to grow their business and wants to reach out and ask any questions at all. If I can add any value in that way, that would be the reason why I'm doing this. So feel free in the comments, anything that you want questions for, you want videos of, let me know, and I'd be glad to use a lot of my failures and any experience that I have to help you out and hopefully reduce any bit of pain that I could reduce would be awesome. So with that being said, I want to thank Chuck Fought. He was of great help out there in Mooresville, North Carolina. We were looking for another vehicle, the P9, get out on the road, give us another solo mowing setup, and help reduce budgeted hours down to, I think it'd be an average of 32 per team member. So that was really cool. But Chuck sent him, I asked him if he could go and look at a vehicle for me. No problem. Went out, met with the guy selling it, checked it out, gave me a call, gave me the go-ahead on it, said it looked good to him. So really appreciate that, Chuck, you taking time out of your day to do that. And that is another one of the reasons why being a part of Augusta is so valuable, is you really do have a real network, not just on the face of, you know, having a group chat, but you got people that are all trying to do the same thing, trying to better themselves and grow a professional lawn care business, and willing to help out team members. And, you know, we got our individual teams, but I really feel that Augusta has that team mentality as well. So I really appreciate it, Chuck, and I'd love to, you know, whenever you come into town, go to lunch and, you know, be able to hang out and show you what we've got going on here. So we've got, I think Jeremy's probably back by now. He went this morning to Mooresville to go pick up the truck, and we were able to, one of the great things about being in the South is the trucks are still pretty cheap. You know, I think used truck market went up by 30-40%, somewhere around there, and that truck about 3 years ago would have probably sold for $3,500, $4,000, somewhere around there. Got a real good deal, bought it for $5,200. It was a 2002 Chevy Silverado 1500 series, long bed, with 160 or 165,000 miles on it. Everything worked, AC's good, interior's good. So it will be at Econo Paint tomorrow, getting its Augusta gold colors, and it will be probably out on the road Friday. So looking forward to getting that guy out there. And I did a video yesterday, I hadn't posted it yet, but it's a short one, and it's just about, you know, some of the adversity we face. Really, me and Jeremy were trying to figure out still some of the services that, you know, what do we need to eliminate to reduce friction, to, you know, so that 90% of our team, you know, can do the services that we offer. We've eliminated a whole lot of services, and we're trying to be as close to the Augusta model in Bellingham as we possibly can. You know, just like the Bellingham location, I guess the past 3 or 4 years, they've eliminated a whole lot of service offerings and trying to be simple service focused, you know, mowing, bed weeding, shrub trimming, mulch, and, you know, simple things that scale really well, you know, because as you start adding team members, any bit of complexity or ambiguity, sorry about the echo here, I'm under a bridge, but any added complexity, that was fine, it was you and a couple guys, just breaks the machine. And so the most, like, I know it's like when you're new, and you're trying to get as much revenue as possible, you're going after everything, which is probably pretty fine, you know, in a sense. If you're the one handling everything, you want to go after that revenue. That's super important. But as you scale and start getting more trucks, more team members, you really want to have simple services and be following that Augusta model as tightly as possible. But yeah, yesterday, and I'll post that video, one of the things we're facing is we offer sod install. Nothing crazy, you know, nothing where we've got to, you know, have 10, 12 pallets or, you know, do huge grading and things like that. Mainly patch-ins, or what we really like are like patio homes. They're like half a pallet to 2 pallets. That's like our bread and butter. But we've experienced recently some sod complaints and some issues. And so we were thinking about just not offering it at all, but we do, you know, a decent amount. We're doing a decent amount of sod, at least more sod, way more sod than we've ever done. But we'll get complaints like, you know, it's uneven, or some of it's dying. And so what we're doing is we've got it in the automation, you know, telling them how to water it, and that watering it is not our responsibility, and the only way you're going to kill the grass is if you don't water it. So we got that taken care of. But one of the jobs that's in the video, you know, anytime you've got some issues that cause pain, if you get something good out of them, that pain was worth it. So this recent one, it was 6 pallets. The yard itself was I think 11,000 square foot of centipede, and we were cutting out bad areas and installing. So basically half the yard is what we were installing in sections. And, you know, I did my project videos pointing it out, and I didn't really think anything of it. So we get a call from the customer. I go meet with them yesterday, or I think it was yesterday. And the areas that Bob and I, the customer, had discussed, and I did the video, rewatched the video with Bob. There was a whole lot of sod went in areas that was not in the video. But then, you know, it got brought to my attention that, you know, the video, when you're doing that and pointing around, it's very ambiguous and hard to determine exactly where when the team is out on the job, on some jobs, this one in particular. And so the team member, McKee, had recommended, you know, I paint the areas, which is a great idea. So this hard pill to swallow, we're gonna end up replacing and having to put in, it's a 6 pallet job, I've got to get 5 or 6 pallets to make it right. So hard pill to swallow. Mainly the lesson being learned, if we're going to do that, as the estimator, get a paint, we've got a paint wheel, we've got it in my truck now, or my SUV, and so paint it out during the estimates, and if it's too long in between estimate and the job getting accepted, I'll go out and paint it again. So little things like that, and then also reducing our limit on sod to 2 pallets. So we also, with that job, had an issue. Our sod supplier, you know, we ordered it, picked it up, but what he's been doing is ordering sod on a Monday, just having it on his lot. I didn't know that. So we picked the sod up, I think, on a Wednesday, and it had been sitting there, and then it just wasn't that great of quality. So we're gonna have to rip up even some of the sod that was in the right place. So hard pill to swallow, but I want to make sure that customer's happy, and we've also learned from it. So we've got that going on. But yeah, I talked with Connor. I think it's I want to say it's Plantation. Could be wrong. And talked with him over this week, so that was good. And talked with Chuck, and you know, talking with these guys, it's, you know, we all are facing a whole lot of the same problems. Or say problems. It's just part of the game. But it's still difficult. You know, when you're trying to grow, like we're still not to the point of, like, everybody should be chasing after Bellingham, because they got to a point, they stabilized, and now they are a profit machine. So that's what we're going for. Some people are in year 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd say in I didn't start from scratch. We had a company, but if I was saying, if you were looking at the 0 to 5 years of $0 to $1 million, I would say we are in the 5th year right now, just because this will be the last year of debt, so paying for equipment and things like that. On top of, we're starting to stabilize growth in this location. So what's hard about that, as you're growing, Mike was talking about it today. He talks about it a good bit. Growth sucks cash, and it's so true, because you feel like you're doing everything right. You're getting good numbers, good growth numbers. In our model, in the Augusta model, if you go from 150 to 300 to 600 to 900, whatever. Somebody behind me was very impatient there. They're waving at me. You go from 0 to $1 million in 5 years. Well, you had to buy all those trucks on top of all new team members and trying to build culture, and it's just not going to be all that profitable. So keep your head up. Look at the bigger picture of, like, okay, I'm building this machine that's going to run without me if I want it to, or it's going to be even more profitable if your goal is to build it to $1 million and still be part of the day-to-day as an estimator or general manager or whatever. But don't get discouraged, especially in the heat. I know that most of Augusta franchisees are in the field and they're growing their business, and that's where they should be. But it does not take away from the frustration and the fatigue that builds up from having to do physical labor and having to be emotionally available for employees, your family, customers, and be able to think, have good cognition and be able to think out complex problems. But hopefully with this team, with Augusta, you can lean on somebody, vent, ask questions. But I hope everybody has a great day and getting after it. And until next time, I really don't know when I'm making these videos, so sometimes they come out and I just make videos all week. Sometimes I don't make a video for 2 weeks, but I hope some of this helps, and please put in the comments anything that I might be able to help with or talk about, or if you want to see a video of anything specific throughout the day, let me know.